RTE star Carl Malin has opened up on the horrible prank he pulled at Dwaran Garahi's wedding. The Dancing with the Stars host and her hubby Mark Mehigan exchanged vows at a lavish, star-studded ceremony on Friday, November 29, 2024. The happy couple got married at the stunning five-star K Club, Kildare, and were surrounded by family and their close friends for the big day. Carl and Dansha were among the many guests who attended the star-studded wedding. The 34-year-old had the honor and big job of reading out the prayer of the faithful while standing at the altar in the church at the ceremony. And he took the opportunity to play a practical joke on Dwaran and her guests. Speaking on Carl's podcast, Phone Truths, guest and pal Dansha explained how they had a bet of how long Carl could pause before saying, "Lord graciously hear us." Carl said, "You said 3 seconds was enough," and I said, "I think I can get a 5-second gap." Dansha replied, "You did 7. The dad of 2 was left in stitches as he acted out the awkward encounter, saying, "No, sorry, let us just, so that everyone realizes how long that is, I read the prayer and went." Dansha interrupted and said, "Oh no, you can't do this, Carl. This is a podcast, people are listening to this." Finally, Carl finished his reenactment and said, "Lord graciously hear us." The former rugby star explained the tension in the room, saying, "Everyone thought you froze. Everyone thought you didn't know what was happening, you know that way? And I knew that it was happening. And I had tipped Jen, his wife, off. I said, wait until you see Mull, he's talking about doing this." And then honestly my hands started sweating because I'll be honest, even though I was in on the joke, I didn't like it. Carl burst out laughing and shouted out, "Because it made you uncomfortable." The smirk. Dansha remarked, "It was horrible. I was looking at you going, forget it." Dwaran recently shared a picture of Carl caught in the act as he stood at the altar, and she said, "Look at the smirk," chuffed with himself. Carl shared the podcast clip of himself and Dansha over on Instagram and had everyone in stitches laughing. Dwaran took the joke on the chin and commented, "Ah, the beautiful boys." I would have understood Donners throwing himself on the floor on the way up to communion, but you, Carl, ultimately, I'm glad it was a gag rather than you having a panic attack.